minutes in and another mistake that we make, it takes the wind out of our sails. And then I think the second goal is hit from 25 yards in the top corner. And when you go 2 goals down so early and 5 goals down on aggregate, it's a really, really difficult evening. We wanted to obviously put up more of a fight than what we did. Credit to PSG. Their possession play was really, really top in the game. And over the 2 legs, they deserve to go through. Yeah, it has to. That's my job. How I go about that is how we always go about it. We need to be resilient. We need to make sure we go to Everton with an organisation, with a freshness and an intensity in our team, because we want to be in this competition next season. And if we perform how I know we can get there without the individual mistakes that we're making at the moment. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's not just it's not an admission. It's a reality of where the group are. Um, they've played over 100 games in 18 months. They've had no break in terms of the international games, the travelling that, say, as João Pedro, Enzo Fernandez and Moy Caicedo do to South America. It's not an excuse. This is a byproduct of success of the Club World Cup, and it's a great thing that the club achieved at the Club World Cup. But you're seeing with Reece, you're seeing with players that if I don't manage their minutes, their likelihood of getting injured is increased very highly. So I want us to make sure we're in this competition next season as a minimum. We're still fighting for an FA Cup, but I have to make maybe really difficult decisions that at the time probably don't look great. To be honest, you never want to take off your best players when you're 5 goals down in a tie. But I want to make the right decisions for the football club in the long term as well.
Simon?
Yeah.
Sort of in terms of 3 defeats. Is it important it doesn't affect your confidence in terms of your methods are working and can work?
This is football. Excuse me, I lost my voice shouting, not at the players after the game, but during the game. This is football, and moments can change the flow of things. So, 2.25 games ago, we're away in Paris, coming off the back of Aston Villa, a very good performance, 2-2 in the game, but we don't take care of the moments, we switch off. What I have to do is make sure that we get that back on track, and that comes from not making mistakes or errors. And that's something that me and my staff have already spoken about now, we'll speak about tomorrow, and make sure that we go into the Everton game in a really positive frame of mind.
And just quickly, this quote that's just sort of emerged from ESPN Argentina, appreciate you may not have seen it. Enzo Fernandez asked about his future, and he's sort of saying, I don't know if I'll still be here next season. Is that a conversation you're going to have with him?
Well, firstly, I haven't seen that. It's hard for me to speak on speculation after a game. And I need to focus right now on the most important things, which is making sure we get a result against Everton on Saturday.
Jeff Tish?
Hi, Liam. It's been 3 years since Chelsea were last at this stage of the Champions League in the round of 16. Is there any...
No worries at all. It's a fantastic competition. It's a competition that this club deserves to be in and deserve to compete in. And my job, along with the club and the players, is to make sure we're there every year competing for trophies.
And this is the level that Chelsea, as you said, need to be at. Over last week's game and this game, you must have learnt a lot about the players, perhaps who can handle it, who can't. What exactly are your main takeaways?
No, I'm learning all the time. My job is to assess the group all of the time. What I'm learning is that you have to have players that in every moment you can rely on to make correct decisions defensively and not switch off. But it's also to be they're clinical. They were clinical in both games. Clinical shots from outside the box. That's the level, and we need to make sure we get there. Yeah.
But then as the match went on, there was chanting for Roman Abramovich, there was booing of your substitutions that you just explained.
Yeah.
Is there any concern about moving forward, about the relationship with the fans and the players and the squad?
No, I think it's two-way. This is a fantastic want success instantly, and that's rightfully so for the size of the club. I have to say, I understand because of the aggregate scoreline in the time why fans are frustrated. They want us to win. So I completely get it, and I understood that before I came in. I also I also want to make them happy and give them the nights they deserve, not just me, but us as a group, as a team. And that was a really, really difficult one to take because of the manner in which we went out this evening.
Okay, we'll do three more. Dom, Peter, and Gary. Just here, please. Dom, go on, off you go.
Liam, you referenced it there, the clinical
Yeah.
amongst the two legs. They've scored two fantastic goals, for example, with excellent strikes from range.
Mm.
But what specifically, good teams can do that too, but what do you think specifically your team maybe didn't do tonight besides that?
No, I think football is about flow and momentum. Um, and if you give the opposition flow and momentum without them having to work so hard, they get more confident. So if I look back, I've already watched some of the game back. First 6 minutes, we're in the game, we set play, we're in their half of the pitch, and then they score out of. And I know that Mamadou's a great young player. These are things that you have to ride, but you have to learn from. We make a mistake. It's an individual error. There's nothing tactical. And Kvaratskhelia, because he's a top player, he scores. Gives them confidence, gives them a cushion. And Barcola hits one from 25 yards into the top corner. I don't remember having a shot either side of that. So we have to learn at the top level to be clinical and to make sure we keep the back door shut. We've done neither over the two legs, and that's why we're out of the competition.
Peter?
Liam, can I ask you about Mamadou and the decision to select him on that side of the pitch? Because I'm not sure he's played there before. And then also because it's obviously a difficult night for him, just obviously with the mistake, but also if we've learned tonight that the AFCON result's been overturned.
Sorry, the AFCON result.
It's been that CAF have announced that they've overturned the result of the final of AFCON and given it to Morocco.
Sorry, yeah.
Is that something you'll have to speak to him about? Because obviously it's made for a difficult night.
Yeah, I've been so focused on this. I didn't know that. Mamadou has played in that position for me. And Mamadou's been outstanding in games against PSG. And I felt his experience, his feel of the players would help him. And when you're a player and you make a mistake that early, it can become a really difficult night for you. Bearing in mind, Malo Gusto was down to start the game and pulled out. He was not pulled out. He's very ill. We gave him as much time to recover. We missed Reece, who's out. These are decisions that you want to make and you want to get correct. And in that moment, Mamadou's made a mistake, which has made it a difficult night because it gave PSG the confidence.
We've got time for one more from Gary.
Hi, Liam. Trevor looked very distressed as he was stretchered off. Can you tell us the latest on him?
Yeah, I think he was really worried. I've just checked with the medical team. We'll obviously scan and assess him tomorrow. We are hoping and praying that it's not as bad as we first feared.
And with Reece, is there an update?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the full results of his scan.